Hi, Rhonda. So I wanted to talk a little bit about your project here. So first of all, I think that you've done a really, really nice job with the overall layout of the project, um, especially given that a website wasn't one of the potential mediums that I listed on the assignment sheet. I was really impressed with what you did here overall. I'm going to kind of go through and just kind of talk out loud, essentially. Um, So first of all, I was confused a little bit about the seventh edition. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I did love how uh, sort of the overall theme of your project is this kind of focus on nature. A lot of the quotes that you use have to do with nature. A lot of the images that you use have to do with nature, and so I was really impressed with that. Um, so first of all, um, just sort of a general, the images that you chose, as I said, I thought were consistent with the project. I loved the idea that you pulled in these literary quotes, um, because since part of the assignment was to kind of showcase your relationship to writing, what this tells me is that that you're very connected to literature. That while we may be in a more technical program right now, that at the heart of it, you're a literature person like me. So I really I was impressed by that. That told me a lot, or that answered a lot of the questions that I posed in the assignment sheet about what is your relationship to reading and writing. So um, loved kind of getting to see some of your travels. One thing I would have liked is if these pictures were to, if you were to click on them and maybe they could be enlarged, or pop out so you could see a little bit more clearly. Nice little map here of where you live. Again, here with these pictures, if there were maybe, if the pictures were a little bit closer up, or so I could actually read some of the titles of these books to kind of see, specifically what it is that you like. Um, that I thought would have been a good point. And here I would have just loved to know a little bit more about your research. What is it that you're researching? Again, maybe if these pictures were, if I was able to click on them a little bit more, or if you'd even provided perhaps a link to some current topics or something that you're researching. Congratulations on being published. Again, I would have loved a link to these stories so that I could have actually checked them out. But it's really cool to see here that you are a published writer. That's wonderful. I'm not really sure what this track a killer thing is. Um, so, I assume it's some sort of true crime related something or other, but this is the one part of the project where I was like, I'm really not sure what this is. Everything else I could at least get where you were going or piece it together, but this I just wasn't really sure. The leisure section, of course, very clear. Again, fits with the sort of natural theme overall of your webpage. Loved this little poem and the 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 speaker and her wonderful sort of animation as she read through the poem. And again, it really, like, this to me just fits with the whole continuity of the project, especially when you bring in the frost line down here. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. One of my favorite literary quotes, and it just tells me that as a writer, you are still evolving, still kind of moving forward. And I just really appreciated that. It was this digital narrative that you put together, it was very easy for me to follow kind of from start to finish and see, aside from the find a killer thing that I noted, but otherwise to see kind of, you know, here's your current relationship with writing, here's where you want to go, or that relationship is one that you're intended on pursuing further. So overall, I think I was very, very impressed with what you did here. I thought this was a great project and a great way to sort of explore the assignment, and let me get to know a little bit more about you. Thanks.